From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
You know, we're only a little over 2 weeks away from changing the clocks again. And by this time during these newscasts, this is going to be bright daylight here before you know it. Right now, we are not there. And in fact, we're going back toward winter progressively over these next couple of days. Temperatures have been falling behind the passage of our cold front, now down to 37 at the airport. Winds have been gusty behind that boundary as well. That's common as that cold air starts to wrap its way in on the backside of that. Winds sustain out of the west at 20 miles per hour. But remember, the gusts are going to be higher than that, which will be more of a thing mainly in the wind chill department than anything else. We're not talking about trees or branches coming down. Power outages are really not on the table, I don't think. At least not in the Rochester area out of this. Air temperatures by tomorrow morning are flirting with freezing. So we've got ourselves an ambient environment that is, yes, on paper, cold enough to support snowfall, but cold enough to actually get it to stick and accumulate is going to be a different animal out of this. The leading edge with our fault is now a Syracuse issue. For us, we are already starting to get peppered with a few of those snowflakes, mainly on the west side of town. The heaviest appreciable snowfall to the tune of winter storm warnings has been plaguing the Adirondacks, and that's not going to be a thing around here. We do not have any winter storm warnings, no headlines with regard to wintry weather, and yet that's quite the active radar off to our west with bursts of light to moderate snowfall, probably big fluffy flakes out of this. It's just how much of that is going to end up sticking, particularly on roadways with these marginal temperatures. And fortunately for us, any impact with accumulation is probably minimal and limited to the higher elevations. This is now getting into that almost springtime mode. We do this during the fall season too with our first few snowfalls. It has a hard time sticking unless you are across some of that higher terrain. Marginal temps will hold all weekend long, as will a very convoluted upper-level pattern that is not overly organized of anything consequential, but it's enough to keep these scattered snow showers going, not only through Sunday, but probably into Monday and Tuesday as well. That go-around into Monday and Tuesday could be more lake effect, courtesy of what this guy wants to do. That is an explosive nor'easter set to get going. Along the immediate coastline here, there could be some big-time snowfall numbers. We're never going to get that. And there's no pathway to that changing here. That's going to be too far removed from us for direct impacts from the nor'easter. But secondarily, some of the added moisture and then maybe a shift in the wind flow Monday and Tuesday, if that happens with the right track, could get you some lake effect snowfall accumulation. Stickage of the snow into Saturday and Sunday, you see what I mean? No more than a trace to maybe an inch or two for most of the area. But if we can introduce some of that lake effect into the early part of next week, maybe that does get you a few more inches to add to our already triple-digit tally in the snowfall department. I've got highs in the 20s by Monday and Tuesday. We start to claw our way back toward milder air into the second half of next week. We hope you'll claw your way back here to our newscast after this break.